So as you can see from the front of this Isuzu, it doesn't look too bad for what it really is. You do have a lot of plastic over here. You do have your non-color coded plastic bumper. That is the first thing that stands out. However, do not get fooled because you do not have any fake grills at the bottom over here. However, you do right over there. So the only grill you basically have is this, and that. Those are the only non-fake grills. You do have your nice Isuzu texting right over there. It really symbolizes what this car is all about: commercial use. You don't have any spotlights, as this is the base, like the base, which doesn't even have air conditioning, which I will show you in the interior part. You have to stay tuned until then. That's the most interesting part of this video. But yeah, let me show you these lights. These lights are normal halogen lights. They're not LED lights or anything like that. Very standard. So let me show you the normal daytime running lights, the park lights, the headlights, the brights, the indicators with the lights, and the indicators without the lights. So as you can see, pretty basic, pretty good for what it is. It doesn't illuminate the road that's wow, but it's a light. At least you have lights. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing much to go over. It is pretty high from the ground, so you don't need to dodge those speed bumps. And yeah, I think it looks quite neat how it is with the body line over here. I think it looks quite good. Yeah. So as you can see, right when I open up the bonnet on this car, it is held by a stick, so it is pretty standard. The engine bay is quite nice. You can see the engine quite well, as there's no covers or any of that unnecessary stuff. Right, so let us begin. This car does have a 2.5 4-cylinder turbo diesel, which produces 77 brake horsepower or 58 kilowatts. This car also produces 176 Newton meters of torque. Please bear in mind that there is a more luxurious or more higher spec variant of the 2.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel, which does produce more power, and also they do have air conditioning, just remember. So this car goes 0 to 100 kilometers in a sprinty 12.7 seconds, and this car's top speed is 180 kilometers or 112 miles. This car is a 4x2, but there is a 4x4 variant for the 3 liters. This car weighs 1,660 kilograms or 3,659 pounds. And this car is quite fuel efficient, as it would average about 10 liters per 100 kilometers on the city, and on the highway it can go as low as 6 liters per 100 kilometers. But just remember, fuel economy is measured by the way you drive. So the towing specs: if the trailer you're towing does not have a brake, it can tow 750 kilograms or 992 pounds. However, if the trailer you're towing does have a brake, it can tow a whopping 1,600 kilograms or 3,527 pounds. So basically the body weight of this vehicle. So yes, it is not the greatest for a car at this size, literally. So this car comes in a 5-speed manual, the KB250 base D-Max. However, there is a 6-speed manual available for the more higher spec variants. So the carbon output of this car is 199 grams a kilometer, claimed by Isuzu. And finally, the retail price of this car is $10,680 in America, 178,000 rand in South Africa, and in Europe 10,413 euros. So as you can see, this car is 4 years old and still has quite a high retail price for really what you get, seriously. So is this car really worth your money, or should you go for other competitors like the Toyota Hilux? Wait until the further part of the video so you can see if this car is right for you. So this is the back of this Isuzu KB250, and as you can see, it is quite a nice looking back. You do have your D-Max sticker right over there, symbolizing that this is the D-Max, and you also do have two Isuzu logos in case you missed one of them. Isuzu wants to know that this is a Isuzu, that's why they place two of these, Isuzu over here and Isuzu over there. Let me ask you something, how do you say Isuzu? Do you say it Izaza or Isuzu? I'd love to know that in the comment section somehow. So as you can see, you do have a bar over here. You can see it has been used quite a while. This is also a side step, but yeah, it has been used. It's like all dented and stuff. You also do have a tow bar over here. You also do have lights for your number plate over there. Right, yes, right over there. So the lights of this car, these are standard lights, nothing too special, as I'll show you right now. This is normal daytime running lights, tail lights, brake lights with the lights, indicators with the lights, indicators without the lights, brake lights without the lights, and finally the reverse lights. So as you can see, pretty standard, nothing too special. And yeah, you also do have some hooks at the back here. There's only two for a tonneau cover. So let me open up the bed of this car. As you can see, it opens like pretty simple. Yeah, pretty simple, as you can see. Yeah, okay, I do not want to open it because it doesn't have any strings to leave it open. I don't want to damage this tailgate. But yeah, in other cars, like in other Isuzus, it does come with a string where it does hold the tailgate in place. So you do have some hooks at the back over there. When I say some, you only have two, which is at the end, so you can hook up a few small things. You also do have a seat over here, and it is rubberized, so yeah, that is pretty cool. And yeah, that is pretty much it, seriously. So let us move on to the most interesting part of the review, which is the interior. See you there. So this is the interior of this Isuzu KB250, and as you can see, it is quite a basic interior. This is like the most basic model. It even doesn't have air conditioning. So let us begin with the center console. As you can see, you do have a piece of storage right up there with your hazard switch right below that. And you do have some storage right below the plastic cover where your radio is supposed to be. Then you do have your air conditioning right below it. And then even further down we go, we do have a cigarette lighter, and we also do have a little piece of storage over there. So yeah, let me just tell you about this air conditioning. There's not much to say about it. It is fully manual. You have like 4 fan speeds, and also for your temperature it is red and blue. And yeah, it is also manually operated for the air circulation. So yeah, but it is quite easy to move around, but you don't have air conditioning like I have said. Also, this car does not have a radio. If you do want a radio, you do need to go with the more luxurious or the more higher spec level. So yeah, this one does not have a radio. However, it does have 2 speakers. Talking about numbers, this is how many airbags this car has. I hope I managed to air that correctly. Right, so then this is the other part of the center console. As you can see, you do have your 5-speed manual gearbox right over there with your handbrake right over there. So yeah, it's quite basic. This is like a really interesting design. I really do love how this design is for that gear stick. It's like a proper old school bucky type of design. It's like the Hilux. Talking about the Hilux single cab, would you like me to make a comparison between the two? I think that would be an interesting comparison, as they're around the same price. So now this is the driver's side. As you can see, you do have your 2 analog dials with your little digital display over there, and that digital display does display your temperature and your fuel gauge. And then also it does display your odometer, then it does display your trip A, trip B, your time, and yeah, so it only displays 3 things, and it does have a nice little beep when you tap on that button. And this is the steering wheel. I don't really find it very attractive looking, but it's a commercial vehicle, doesn't really look the best. Yeah, there's no buttons on it, but there is a hooter however, but there's no airbag on the steering wheel. But yeah, wow, but yeah, the steering wheel just holds dirt. You can really just see and feel how much dirt these steering wheels can hold. So then these are the stalks of this car. So on the left hand side you do have for your wipers, and on the right hand side you do have for your lights and indicators. So yeah, that is quite nice. It's quite cool, quite basic, quite initiative. So then this is the other part of the driver's side, and as you can see you do have an AC vent right over there. You do have a cup holder which does slide out and in. That's one of the coolest things of this car. And you can adjust the interior brightness over there with a row of blank switches. You have some storage which comes out like that, right? And then you also do have your latch for your bonnet and for your fuel tank. So that is quite cool. Now this is the door panel. As you can see, you do have a nice little handle over there. You have your little manually operated window control, a speaker, and then you also do have a cup holder with a little piece of storage. You can't really fit like decent sized bottles in all of the cup holders of this car. This car has like 4 cup holders. None of them can fit, let's say, my 1 liter water bottle. You need to get a tiny 500 milliliter or 350 milliliter bottle for them to fit in there. So yeah, then this is the passenger side. As you can see, you have an AC vent, another cup holder, and you have like a type of dual split type of what is this, cubby holes. So like on the one side it opens like that, and on the other side it opens like that. So yeah, that is quite nice. Right, so yeah, talking about the seats of this car, these are vinyl seats. They're quite hard, they're quite stiff, but yeah, they're quite good. They don't really look like they can tear very easily. They are also fully manually operated. When I say manually operated, you can move it forwards and backwards, and depending on how forward you are, it also depends how much you can recline the seats. But yeah, that is pretty much it. If I go like that, I can recline the seats more, but if I am taller, then you cannot really recline the seat much. Right, okay, yeah, this is actually quite nice. Right, quite comfortable. You cannot move the seats up and down, so you do need to be aware of that. So you would need to have a pillow or a booster seat if you are a little bit taller. So then up here you do have a light. As you can see, it does synchronize with the door. You also do have a mirror. It is a day and night mirror, so it is quite cool. So in the sun visors of this car, both the driver and passenger do not have mirrors nor a sleeve, and then the driver does not have a handle, however the passenger does have a handle. Yeah, right. And something very interesting is that there is an indentation over here. It's like there's gonna be a handle, but there's no handle. But yeah, talking about the quality, you do have a plastic dashboard. Plastic everywhere is plastic. The only non-plastic thing is your steering wheel over here and your seats, and of course your rubberized floor mats. And that's exactly where we're heading to right now. This car does not have any carpet. It is rubberized, and if it's been used, it looks damn right ugly. I have to be straight up. Look how it's all like that. But not to be in any insulting way, but if it's used, it just like has all these holes and yeah, all those kind of stuff. But yeah, other than that, I think it's quite good for the commercial vehicle. However, I do find that the Toyota Hilux single cab does have a much better interior. or other competitors, but I'm not hating on it at all. I think it's quite good for its price range or for what it's actually used for, like a commercial single cab car. I mean, there's no radio or air conditioning or manual or automatic windows. You also, I'm sorry about my English today, but you also cannot adjust these mirrors. You need to manually adjust it from the outside, and you cannot. It's literally, you cannot adjust these mirrors. They are stuck at one position. That's what I do not like about this car. You don't have a stalk or anything like that, so you can adjust it to your kind of liking and your kind of spec. The only mirror you can adjust is your rear view mirror, that's all. So yeah, this car is very, very basic for its price range. There are much better interiors with much more better features at this price range. Like, come on, you can't even adjust the mirror to your comfort. What is that? So this is the side of this Isuzu KB250, and as you can see, it is a pretty long vehicle. It is a single cab, just remember. So let us begin with the brakes and tires. You do have 16-inch steelies with drums at the back and discs at the front. So you are pretty standard for buckies at this price range, especially commercial vehicles. So you do have your plastic non-color coded handles and mirror caps with your indicator located on the door over there, and it is in bright orange, so it does lose that little modern touch. Something cool though is that your fuel tank does lock with the car, so it is quite a nice feature that's quite nice for a car at this price range. You do also have some nice body lines, like this body line over here is designed to carry on this body line over here. Pretty cool. You also do have some hooks over there, so you can hook up a tonal cover, and you also do have your tinted smash and grab windows right over there. But yeah, other than that, it is pretty high standing. I mean, somewhere like that. But yeah, pretty cool looking. So my opinion on this car is, I do think there is much better options out there, like the Toyota Hilux. However, if you're a Isuzu fan, or you just fell in love with this car as you watch a review and you're like, this car is for me, then I think this is a great car. It's great for commercial use. I think this is great for commercial use, but for personal use, it is missing quite a lot of touches, like air conditioning, radio, also your mirror. Like, you cannot adjust the mirror. I mean, honestly, it's very shocking to me that you can't adjust the mirror to your liking or to your comfort. But I do recommend like a Toyota Hilux single cab or anything like that if you do find it for the same price. However, this is not a bad car. It's just lacking on a few details and options that make a car in 2018. Come on. Right, so let me put the Young Car Wiz score on the screen so you can see the scores that I gave this car. So the Toyota Young Car Wiz score is a well-deserved 47 out of 100. If you do want more details, please can you pause the video right now. So finally, if you have stayed to this far of the video, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the subscribe button, like button, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upcoming video like this. What is your thoughts on this car? I'd love to know your opinion on this car down in the comment section below, next to the way you say Isuzu. I'd really appreciate that. So have a great day as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Coming up next on Young Car Wiz, I will be comparing these two BMW 7 Series. So stay tuned. It will be a very, very interesting video, and of course fun. So stay tuned.